Ever since the Nintendo Switch saw its worldwide release on March 3rd, it's been selling like hotcakes, with supply shortages almost everywhere. But what if I were to tell you that most people saying the Switch would fail always expected this to happen? Hi guys, this is Kevy the Kevlar. Now, a while back, I explained how I believed that the Nintendo Switch was going to financially fail. That was in the ancient time of February though, and some things have changed. Moreover, since the Nintendo Switch has had such a huge success since its launch, many people have started to say, hey, you know what? Maybe the Switch will be great after all. Maybe Nintendo really knocked this one out of the park. Well, I'm sorry to say, but no, they haven't. And here's, wait, guys, what are you doing? He said Nintendo wasn't doing very good. That monster! Kill him! Whoa, guys, don't burn him, just don't topple my car. Just don't do that yet, just give me a sec. Wait, let me finish this video. Just give me a sec here. Anyways, though, so, the core criticisms of my video haven't changed, namely the lack of games, services, and severe overpricing. Though of those three reasons, the lack of games is easily what's going to ruin the Switch most of all. Have you all noticed how there are still no Western third-party games on the Switch? Even Call of Duty World War II, which was just announced, will not be having a Switch version. This all despite the Switch definitely being able to handle the game from a technological standpoint. Why is this, you ask? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple. Literally every single AAA Western developer in the entire world currently has absolutely no faith, or almost zero faith, in the Nintendo Switch right now. They have no faith that it will financially succeed, at all. Now why is this, you ask? Are they all just drinking the anti-Nintendo Kool-Aid and calling it a day? Are they all just intellectually challenged? Are they just dumb and they don't have the ability to make good, smart decisions with their company and their games? Well, it's not that. It's because of a lot of other reasons that I'm right about to get to. Now, it all boils down to this. The Wii U had an extremely similar launch to the Switch, and every single thing about their sales and sales patterns and everything along those lines is matching up to be almost the exact same in every single way, in regards to shortages and all that stuff as well. Now, this is of course also a fact that Nintendo fans constantly pretend it's essentially a magical fairy tale, like this doesn't exist. Wait, guys, no, whoa. What did he just say? He insulted all Nintendo fans. Kill the non-believer. Oh, what did I just say about destroying my stuff? Just wait for this whole thing to finish. Just give me a sec here, guys, please. Now, while the specific sales of the Wii U were lower at the time compared to the Switches at this point in each console's respective runs, every other piece of data shows just how much they mirror each other. As this chart from Business Insider shows, at the current rate that the Switch is going, it's only slightly above what the Wii U sales were when it was on sale for roughly the same amount of time. An interesting thing to note as well is that software sales for the Switch for its respective time on sale is only a little bit more than half of what the Wii U software sales are at. And that can of course also just be attributed to Zelda being just about the only game on the Switch at the moment worth a purchase, or at least in regards to what almost every customer thinks right now. This coupled with the fact that Nintendo has very few games left to show for in 2017 and beyond that can give people that don't care about anything that Nintendo has done during the Wii U days a reason to buy the Switch, which by the way is almost all gamers. And quite frankly, it's incredibly unlikely that Nintendo will be able to remedy this in 2018 and beyond. The only major game that they have left to unveil that truly attracts mainstream audiences is Super Smash Bros. And while that will certainly help Switch sales upon its release, eventually, it's not going to be enough to save the Switch. And I hear you thinking, but Kevy, that's no reason for the Switch to fail, especially if it keeps its strong sales up. Well, you'd be completely correct actually if that were the case. So let's take a look at the hard evidence for that. How well did Nintendo do in this exact scenario the last time they were in it? With of course the exact same circumstances, the exact same kind of people defending them, and with the exact same original high sales numbers. Show us how good the sales were. Give us a picture. Now, do you want to know why I'm showing you a picture of a cartoon poop? It's because the Wii U despite its absolutely gargantuan 2.66 million unit launch, sold a truly insignificant and pathetic 160,000 units in just the next quarter. That's right, the console, which very seriously mirrors the Switch in every way in regards to sales, sold only about 1/17 as well as its first quarter sales in just the next quarter. And this information is coming to me, and now you all, in a time where Nintendo is not showing any signs of having the Switch diverge from the Wii U's path. It's sharing the exact same core criticisms of the Wii U, as in a lack of games, a lack of features, overpricing, and more. It's suffering the exact same console shortages and extreme demand that the Wii U had in the exact same time that it was out, the exact same respective time. Now I also hear you saying, but Kevy, Nintendo has extremely high expectations for the Switch. They just said it'll sell around as many units as the Wii, see? It's not like they're pulling these projections out of their butt. Well, actually, yes, they are. Do you remember how they thought the exact same thing with the Wii U? Here's an article showing that Nintendo expected the Wii U to sell 100 million units, right up there with the Wii. And that's largely because every single thing about the Wii U's launch period suggested that this was without a doubt going to be the case for them. And they're treating the situation with the Switch right now in the exact same way completely. That exact same way ludicrously failed for them, by the way, last time when they tried this. And the fact that the Switch has extreme shortages right now is not exactly like showing that it's going to definitely succeed, like at all. This is actually extremely serious, and it's undeniable how dire the situation looks for the Switch right now once you actually pay attention to the reality of the data like this. This right here, by the way, this is why third-party developers and publishers wouldn't dare think of making a game for the Switch. Also worth noting too is that it isn't just limited to third-party devs. Even the indie scene, as shown right here, have extremely little interest in the Switch. Even though indies will always have far less resources at their disposal than AAA dev, they also know as well that once you pay attention to the data, the situation does not look good for the Switch. And again, this rings true for both AAA developers and indie devs together. As far as they're concerned, the entire damn thing is just a repeat of history. They would never even consider development for a game on the Switch until their own personal expectations for the Switch get completely blown out of the water, which is also not going to happen. Like, they're not going to make games for the Switch until, like, the Switch sells a real lot more than what they're expecting. Like, if the Switch only sells a decent amount more than what they're expecting, and be advised, their expectations for the Switch are probably only slightly higher than the Wii U's ultimate sales. But even then, that's still going to be way too low for them to consider making a game for the Switch. Like, we're talking like the Switch's sales at least have to be like 1.75 to 2.25 times what the Wii U sales were at any respective point once the ball gets rolling for Switch sales at later dates after its initial launch period, like right now. Like, once it gets to that point, then they'll consider making games for the Switch. Some of them will, but they're still almost entirely not going to. The Switch sales will still have to be so much larger for them to even really consider making games for it. All in all, Zelda Breath of the Wild and the next Smash Bros, whatever it's called, are the only two games that will ever come out for the Switch that will make people that aren't extremely huge fans of Nintendo buy the Switch. And by the way, if people that aren't extremely huge fans of Nintendo don't buy the Switch fails no matter what. Nintendo fans just aren't big enough. There's not enough of them. They can't altogether save the Switch. Nintendo has to find a way to make these people that don't care about Nintendo buy the Switch, and their only options, Zelda and Smash Bros, will not do it. Do you see the problem? Even ignoring all that, just look at the thing with a clear lens again, like in regards to how people will look at this. It's a console with a gimmick that almost every single last gamer couldn't come even remotely close to caring about, in regards to its portability, of course. It has no games that people will really care about for the entire duration of the console's existence, bar Zelda and Smash Bros, as just discussed. It has extremely overpriced accessories and has absolutely nothing in regards to the arguably mandatory features for a console to succeed, such as Netflix, YouTube, an achievement system, flexible party chat, and more. and it heavily restricts users by not allowing them to post gameplay to YouTube unless they pay a significant amount of their earned YouTube money to Nintendo. And that pool is steadily shrinking, by the way. The Switch also takes away free games people received from Nintendo after only 1 month of having them. There's nothing on the Switch to attract casuals on any level at all. Now, one thing worth noting too is that I do also truly believe that the Switch will perform better than the Wii U in the long run. It's not going to be all doom and gloom from me. I'm not going to just ignore that the Switch will do better than the Wii U, because it will, I bet. I expect it to take a little longer before it starts significantly declining noticeably. If I were to guess right now, I would guess that it would be between mid-July and late August before it starts declining. I think it'll do better than the Wii U because it also has that handheld aspect to it despite its overpricing. So a lot of people that are really in dire need of a new handheld are also going to be clamoring for the Switch. But that still won't make its sales be much greater than the Wii U. I mean, I could be wrong too. It might take longer than mid-July, late August, but it's definitely going to happen by, I assume, November. Which might seem long. I mean, November is kind of a ways away from that. But in regard to the console succeeding over an entire generation, like all the sales ending on November, that's just going to really royally screw Nintendo. Well, that's my video for today overall in regards to the core content. I just want to finish this video up with one last thing. Want to wrap it up with this. I do apologize for not making videos recently. I had to deal with school and stuff, and other life things. I'll be making videos more often going forward, without a doubt. But that's it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching, really. Have a good day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well. And thanks for watching.